Most people's life kind of sucks. And in this video, I will prove it mathematically. Let's suppose you begin your journey with 100 life points. Every activity that you do either raises your number of life points by a certain percentage or it decreases the life points by a certain percentage. So let's begin showing you the problem mathematically. Let's say you begin with your 100 life points and you do something to increase them. Now you have 110 life points. Now with your 110 life points, you are on the positive, but you decide to do something negative and deduct 10% of your life points. Now suddenly you have 99 life points. Then you do something positive again, plus 10%, and you end up with 108.9 life points. Your next activity is going to be 10% negative again, and you end up with 98.01 life points. And you do something positive, something negative, something positive, something negative, and you keep on doing this positive and negative back and forth. So you do a positive action and you do an equally as negative action. Right. You do this same thing around 10 times, back and forth. Now you've done it 10 times. What's your points afterwards? Most people would say, hey, if I do something 10 times plus 10% and then 10 times minus 10%, I should end up at the same amount as I started. And this is the fallacy, because if you actually do the math, plus 10, minus 10, plus 10, minus 10, 10 times, you will not end up at 100 points again. You will actually end up at 94.15 points. Meaning that if you do 10 positive actions and 10 negative actions that are the same in weight, you will actually end up being 5.85% worse off than before. This simple mathematical principle is the reason why most people's life sucks. Let me explain. You probably heard of the principle of getting better by 1% every single day. And a lot of people, they try to become slightly better than yesterday. But at the same time, they fall into the fallacy of wanting to be balanced. The problem with balance is, if you take a positive that's the same weight as a negative, you don't end up being balanced. What you end up doing, as seen in the mathematical equation just now, you actually get slightly worse. So every time you try to balance your life, what you're actually doing is slightly tilting it into the negative, slightly getting closer to zero. The reason for that is so simple, because positive effects just impact your life way, way more marginally than negative effects do. A negative effect almost always outweighs the impact of a positive effect. Hear me out for a second. Let's say you try to get nice and lean. You're gonna get beach body ready. You're gonna put your body fat percentage from 20% down to 10%. So you're shredded and your abs are finally showing. Love it. Now to do that, you're gonna go in a 500 calorie deficit every single day. Now you do it 1 week and that's 3,500 calories that you have lost. This equals to around half a kilogram of body fat. Now, if you have lost this half a kilogram of body fat, this 3,500 calories, it is remarkably easy to get them back. All you need to do is have one single cheat day. Just a single night out where you go drinking with your friends, and then on the way back home, you stop by at a kebab stand and get yourself a kebab. That's already 3,500 calories right there. So there's one negative evening, there's one evening that is supposed to balance your diet act, actually completely negates the whole week of positive that you have been working on. Negatives are just way stronger. If you don't believe me just yet, listen to this. Think about when you are in a company. Let's say you just started a job. You spend months and months to build a reputation with your colleagues and with your boss. However, you don't need much time to completely destroy your reputation. If you go in the hallway and you just once tell your boss that he's a dickhead, suddenly your reputation with your boss is gone. You did 1,000 good things to your boss. One negative thing will completely ruin it all. Think about gaining muscle. You have to train for months and months before you see any results in the gym. However, you only need a single ego lifting session. And that ego lifting session leads to an injury, and suddenly you can't train for a few months again. And all your gains are gone. Just like that. It's like you didn't even go training in the first place. The lesson here is very, very simple. Positives impact your life way, way less than negatives do. Negatives are just outweighing positives by so much. It's crazy. And so the question is, what does that mean? What does that mean to your life now? And how can you apply those principles? Stop focusing on the positives. The positives, they don't matter. What really matters to gain in your life and to keep sustaining a gain in whatever you want to be doing in life is to avoid the negatives. Wow, that sounds bleak, but it's the truth mathematically. Let me explain that a bit better. Most people, when they try to improve their life, they try to add things to their life. They try to add things to their routine to make the routine better and enhance their life this way. For example, when they try to have a healthy diet, they start by adding healthy foods into the diet. They start by adding some superfoods, supplements, protein powders, and all this other stuff. Now, the idea is great. Those foods are definitely healthy, but it's not the way to actually be getting healthy. The way to be healthy is to cut out all the negative foods first. The vacuum that's created by removing the negative is strong enough to pull in the healthy, the positive, all by itself. Negative friends can pull you down deeper than positive friends can lift you up. Poison makes your body weaker than medicine can make your body healthy. One single lie breaks trust faster than 1,000 truths can build. Cutting out all the negatives from your life makes space, makes room for all the positives to flow in. It is proven mathematically, so always remember that. What do you think? I would love to hear about your experience in the comments below. And you haven't done so already, subscribe to this channel and I will see you in the next video.